You've got James Franco playing this man who went hiking, got his arm caught when he fell down a crevice, and 127 hours are what it's going to take for him to get out of there. And that's just 3 shots, and you've got you've got really all you need to know about what this show is going to be about. And it's not, I would say, it's not an intellectual process. It's you kind of cut from your gut more. It's very intense, and you're sitting there and you're going, okay, if I go here, then I need to go there next, and all of this is going on in your head as you're making each cut. So next slide. So this is what Cara was alluding to, which is that the editor is not there for the shoot most of the time. They don't know how much a shot cost. They don't know how painful it was to get it because the actor had a breakdown, or a helicopter kept going over and the light was being lost. They don't know any of that. All the editor sees is the footage and what works for the show and what doesn't. So that really is part of what they bring to the show, is they're more objective. They're not tied to the cost of a shot or the effort. They're tied to what the audience is going to see in the story. Okay, next slide. I would say that every key player on a movie, whether they're lighting or sound or cinematographer, actor, director, and so on, cinematographer, everyone on a movie has a very mundane role and they have a very magical role. And this applies to the technology, this applies to the story being told, and these mundane roles, this mundanity and magicalness can operate at the same time. So while you're physically putting the shots together and clicking on the mouse, you are at the same time creating, with 5 shots, often a sum of greater than what the shots individually said. Because you're creating a story, because you're creating a mood, because you're showing something, because the audience is seeing a character. So next slide. So this is more part of the editor's role. Is an editor needs computer skills, so that seems mundane. They need to know how to create video effects on the digital editing system, because there's a lot of basic effects and fancy effects that can be created, from fades and dissolves to wipes to green screen. They also need to know how to create and mix sound and music on, or they need to bring in the sound and music. They don't create it on the digital editing system, but they need to know how to work with it and mix it and use it to move the story along. So mundane, magical, all at the same time. An editor will be working with hundreds of tracks when they're mixed, but on a large feature. But even on smaller shows, the editor can have up to 20 tracks. These digital systems allow for multiple tracks. So it can definitely enhance the sound of the show. It also means in recutting that each one of those needs to be adjusted. If a frame gets taken out, or a bunch of frames are cut, each track has to be synced so that the sound matches the music.
If you enjoyed this clip, make sure to check out a producer to producer class where we go over how to fund your feature films, do them on time and on budget. The links are in the description box below. And also, if you're seeking more information and more educational information on films, you can check out our newsletter, which has over 16,000 subscribers worldwide. Besides that, have a great day and see you on the next video.